Put the fucking mic on.
Want to ride longer? Are you tired of a sore and achy ass? Well then, fix it with a high-quality butt buffer seat cushion. You can simply head over to the Law Abiding Biker store. That's lawabidingbiker.com/store and check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions. Your tushy will thank you. Hey, Bikeaholics. Zero 3D has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley-Davidson and a brand new line for the all-new Honda Goldwing named Gold Strike.
I like gold.
Top quality, affordable chrome lighting and comfort products. Zero Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of Zero 3D products that we're adding all the time. Lurch.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's dive into this thing, huh?
All right, head first.
Welcome back, you freaking bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority, the Big MM, also known as the
99%.
large and in charge of the motorcycle scene by being here, by listening. You're part of what we call the hashtag
Biker Revolution.
We have one question before we get started. What are you waiting for, bikeaholics?
Mount up and let us take you on another wild-ass ride.
There you go. Welcome, guys. Ryan Urlacher here, your host of the Law Abiding Biker podcast, and of course, your
high-tech redneck.
I think we ought to start it out with an email here.
Okay. This is an email from Ken Jensen, and it's in response to your HOG membership video that you put out a little while ago. And here's what it says. Ken says, we decided not to renew our membership from an experience last year. My FLHTC needed servicing. The front tire air valve split. I contacted HD consistent with the HOG benefit instructions. The towing was going to cost me an additional $179 above what HOG would pay. The tow was only 18 miles. Somehow the HOG representative insisted the closest tow company was in Houston, Texas. I tried reasoning with her and even pointed out the local motorcycle towing companies that were there in Knoxville, Tennessee. She was relentless, insisting she had to use the company she identified hundreds of miles away. I used the roadside assistance plan with my motorcycle insurance company, who contacted a Knoxville towing company 8 miles from my house and effected needed action. I tried contacting HOG to speak with the supervisor, their dispatcher, and let them know that their dispatcher needed training. No response to my multiple calls. I next wrote HOG explaining the incident. Again, no response. So when HOG sent me a renewal notice, and I was a 15-plus year member, I simply wrote on the invoice, I was not renewing due to their terrible customer service.
Thank you for the real-world experience and sharing your experience with the community. Ken, and he got a hold of us at lawabidingbiker.com/contact, in which you can leave us an email like this, or even better, a voicemail, using your built-in computer in your phone or microphone or a laptop or whatever computer. So yeah, thank you for sharing that. And it's unfortunate. And I know experiences vary a lot with HOG stuff. So yeah, send us in your feedback. I will tell you, I did a video, of course, about HOG and the debacle with King of the Baggers subscription to Moto America Live to watch it. It was a huge discount, and it basically paid for the membership. Mm-hmm. I will tell you, since then, I have been in contact. Harley-Davidson reps got a hold of me, and I had a phone call, like 45 minutes, with one of their main HOG guys that represents HOG, and he told me a lot of really cool stuff and was a really nice guy. And I said, that's great, but this needs to be told to the community, because like this email, there seems for people to feel like a lack of connection and not being able to get answers. And I said, I would love to have you on the podcast, and I would love for you to explain. There's a lot of benefits that people aren't aware of, and just kind of the way HOG works. I think it would be a wonderful episode. And since then, I've been in contact with Harley reps, and sometimes I can get really easy through the red tape and interviews, and other times they don't. And so this has been passed along up the chain of command, and it's kind of flatlined at this point. And I restirred it up a couple weeks ago, saying, I just telling you what I'm not going to repeat everything he said. People want to hear it from HOG within Harley. That's much more meaningful. And so all I can tell you is I'm working on that, and I know that they care about HOG, and I think it would be a service to the biker community for them to just come on the podcast and we could ask questions and learn. I learned a lot of things too. So, anyways, with that said, stand by to stand by. We're not sure if or when that is ever coming. This episode, a couple amazing products that I give full credit to Lurch for finding, sourcing, and getting them, to where they are, which is in our store. They both solve a common problem and annoyance, and they're both affordable. They're both made in the USA. Every Harley owner is going to want to get these. Trust me. I have them on my bike, and they're amazing. There's so many products out there, and you guys know how we do it in the Law Abiding Biker Store. We see something, Lurch had caught his eye, and he'll explain a little bit. And so he started reaching out to the company, send us some units. And I was skeptical on one of these for sure. I'll talk about, and I was like, get it in our hands. Let me see it. Let me feel it. Let me test it before I could ever recommend and put it out to the audience. So we want to make sure that it's quality, that it's something we can back. And that's how we differ from the corporate stores. They will just sell you anything. They have no idea what they're even selling you. It's just in their store. They'll just gladly sell it and take your money. So we like to test stuff, and we especially like products that solve problems, common problems, pain points, so to speak. And so that's what these two are. So Lurch is the reason that both of these products are in the store. Of course, I tested them and promoted. I help where I help, but I would have never found these. So good job, Lurch. We'll give a round of applause to Lurchy.
Thank you.
Because I usually hack on him.
Yeah, usually.
So he's not sure how to take this right now.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
he's
shaking. Shoe to drop. It feels like one big setup.
Yeah, it does. I agree. That could have been a great setup, but I didn't. I just want to thank him, and you guys can thank him too. But we are, both of these guys, I'm not kidding, flying off our shelf. It's been insanity. Once I drop,
currently on the way as the time of this recording, there's several boxes coming this direction. The response to them was impressive.
Yeah, very. And again, it's because they're quality, affordable. They solve common problems and annoyances, and they're made in the USA. So videos are out on both of these. We'll talk a little bit about this installs, which both are really easy. And we'll dive into kind of what they do and why you probably want it. So it's going to be a fabulous episode if you're listening and you're a Harley owner. Anyways, these are definitely both. These particular products are specific to Harley-Davidson. We know we have a lot of listeners. We support all motorcycles as long as your knees are in the breeze, but these are specific to Harley. So anyways, and I'm sure we'll have some fun and get off track at some point like we always do. Now, we love our beloved patron members, and we want you to become a patron member. The reason is there's a plethora of benefits for becoming a member, and we get to know you better in the private Facebook group. But it's very simple. You just head over to lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon, Patreon. You basically sign up for a monthly subscription, and you choose what level you want to sign up at and what level of benefits you want to receive. There are many, such as t-shirts and stickers. You get access to the private Facebook group, a troll-free zone, nothing but bikers helping and connecting with other bikers in there. Access to live video broadcasts and chat, podcasts early, year-round 10% off, patron discount codes on everything in the Law Abiding Biker Store. That alone is worth it. Access to premium videos upon request, and of course access to those ride, meetup, and events. Not only the official Law Abiding Biker ride, meetup, and event like we did in Canada this year, but to all the ride, meetup, and events that are going on, at least at this point, through North America and U.S. specifically. And you can get involved in those. It's just an amazing community. That private Facebook group, I should say, is reason alone too, and then just other benefits stack on there. So it's an awesome community. It is truly a friendly community, and everybody's there for the right reasons. We'd love to have you be involved in it. It's a safe zone. There's no dumb questions in the private Facebook group. It's not like the stupid trashy forums out there. So there's no better time to get involved. And just head over there, lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon, Patreon. Check out the benefits, see what levels works for you. And we will see you in the private Facebook group. All right, so I'm going to try not to clear my voice. And
you know, I was thinking of this earlier when you were recording the last podcast.
Excuse me.
This is kind of a yearly thing for you, you know. It seems like we usually have a few of these this time of year where your voice is a little rough. You got those. You got a little germ strip that lives with you. She's always going to school and bringing those things home.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
I'm pretty sure she's the one that got you this year.
It's likely. So I will try not to cough in your ears. And I have a coughing attack here. I'll try to do it off mic, but we will power through this nonetheless, because that's what we do here. No pauses in content production. So I guess let's start it out. The first product that we will introduce to you, Lurch, I'm just, I talked a lot last episode, and you're very familiar with this. So why don't you go ahead and let's dive into our first product, kind of how it came about and all that. Just give the history on how you found this thing and what's going on.
It's amazing that being in the motorcycle space for several years now, and having a store and a podcast, a YouTube channel, you think you'd know every product that's out there, and the truth is there's so many great products out there, and until somebody tells you about it, you may not know about it. I was not aware of this product, and it's called the Kraus EZ Shift, and it's a very simple device, and we'll explain what it is, but it solves a problem. Trying to get your Harley into neutral can be challenging sometimes, and especially the first M8s, before they went to the new fairing design. So was it 17 to like 23? They could be a little tricky to get into neutral. So Oscar, you guys know him. He packages and helps work down at the store. Asked me, he goes, "Hey, have you ever heard of this Kraus EZ Shift?" And I hadn't. He said, I'm thinking about getting one. I think it's a cool product. Maybe we should look into it. So I did a little deep dive on it, and what the Kraus EZ Shift is it is a I don't know if you want to call it a device. It's a part. It's a part that mounts onto your rear shift lever.
A magic piece of aluminum is what I call it.
Pretty much is, isn't it? But it mounts to the rear shift lever.
Arm. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Arm. Rear shift arm. And it repositions your shift linkage. So especially on the M8s, if you look at them, you'll notice that the shift linkage sits lower in the rear than it does in the front. So it's kind of moving at an angle. And what this does is it mounts on top of that rear arm and moves the shift linkage up and forward a little bit. But what it does is it makes it level, and it just changes the way that the two shifter arms work together in the linkage. You got front arm, which connects to your pedal or shifter, and then the linkage runs to the rear, and that's what moves the transmission, back and forth in the gears. And it just puts it in a better position. And so Kraus does not distribute like through the big warehouses like Drag Specialties, Parts Unlimited, those guys. And so we had to become a dealer. And before I wanted to do that, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to spend my own money, go out on a limb, and I'm going to try this thing. So I ordered one for my 24 Road Glide, and I put it on, and I immediately noticed that not only was it much easier to find neutral, but it shifted smoother and easier
through the whole gear range.
Yeah,
absolutely agree.
Yeah. So you and I were riding, went to lunch, and we swapped bikes, and you jumped on it and moved it around a little bit, and did some little patterns in the parking lot, and you're like, oh shit, this does, it works. Let's look into becoming a dealer. So we contacted Kraus, became a Kraus dealer. Now they have a lot of products. They've got bars and floorboards, all kinds of stuff. We're going to be eventually carrying more of that stuff. Mm-hmm. But for right now, we're starting with the EZ Shift.
Kraus for listeners is how that's spelled.
And we've also got some of their shifter linkages. But going back, and we'll talk about those, but going back to the EZ Shift is what they call it. It comes for, or it's available for the M8s, and it's available for the twin cam. If it's pre-twin cam, I think what is that? I'll have to look it up. How far the twin cams come back. It's just, are available. It's just not in my brain right now. But 2 different versions there. It works great on both of them. It is available in a black anodized version, and it's available in what they call machine, which is kind of a raw aluminum look. There's a lot of cheap shit out on the internet, eBay and Amazon, and you can get these things or a knockoff version of them pretty cheap. But the truth is they're pieces of crap. You and I ordered one to take a look at it. The fit and finish on it was horrible. It had burrs. I've seen some reviews where people said it didn't even have it wasn't threaded, so they had to use a different bolt to mount it.
It's not billet.
It's not billet aluminum. So these are billet aluminum. They're made of a solid piece of aluminum, and then they're machined. And they are machined to fit that rear shifter arm. And the other ones can get sloppy. And you don't, and they're probably like a cast aluminum instead of a solid piece of billet aluminum that's milled down. So, we talk about replacing your shift linkage and upgrading that. Why would you go through the time of doing that and then putting a crappy little easy shift on there? So we'd recommend that you don't go buy the cheap Amazon ones. You get the Kraus, and it is a little more expensive, but it's quality. The fit and finish is second to none. It's billet aluminum, and it's made in the USA.
It always amazes me. I've said it before, and I love y'all. I'm not hacking on you. I get it. Who doesn't like a good fucking deal? But this is not a good fucking deal. And we can tell you, it's amazing to me that you'll go buy, depending if you buy used or new, $20,000 to $40,000 Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Your pride and joy. It's a luxury item. It's not a necessity. And then you'll go to frickin' eBay and Amazon to cheap out on a main component to your bike, the shifter, rear arm, and to save a few bucks from some Chinese knockoff overseas company that's stealing patents anyways. And number one, to support that type of behavior and those companies. And then number two, not support a USA company. And then you're going to be traveling down the road on a long trip and you're going to put some subpar piece of aluminum over your rear shift arm. You do not want that to fail on a trip. So I get it. I'm saying this lightly and I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm like, just when you do that, guys, think about what you're doing. There are some things, like some cheap, I'm a component that's not like super, it's not going to, your trip's not going to end if it breaks is what I'm saying. Some little, I don't know, some cheap thing that has nothing to do with your motorcycle. But when it comes to components and things, you spent all this money on this beautiful motorcycle. You want it to be reliable. You're changing parts on it. Please don't go support these knockoff companies that it was subpar. It had burrs on it. The finish was horrid. We sent it back. Obviously, we only ordered it to look at it and find out what we already probably knew. We confirmed our suspicions so that we showed it on the video and we can not recommend it to people. Go come to the Law Abiding Biker store. Trust me. I'm not just saying that because it's our store. I'm telling you, those are subpar parts. Don't cheap out on the easy shift. They work great. And you'll know as soon as you get it in your hand. When I got it in my hand, I was like, oh, okay. That's a quality product. Anyways, I can continue.
Yeah, I can actually, I got Kraus's website up here so maybe I can speak a little more eloquently than just saying it makes it smoother. For the twin cam, goes back to 99, 2017, and then on the M8s, it goes up to current. But here's what they say about the one for the twin cam, and I think it's mostly true for both of them. But on the twin cam in particular, it says that find neutral on twin cam transmissions, especially at low speeds. Greater leverage makes smoother shift across all gears, like you had said. It makes shifting 20% easier, they say, and I can feel that for sure when I use it. Enhances your riding experience. Obviously it does. So that's a little bit there.
So let me jump in there and give you my experience with it.
Okay.
So here's the deal. I know there's a lot of you out there, and there's a lot of tough guys on YouTube comments that, it's amazing how tough people are. Everybody's an expert rider, racer. If you can't find neutral, you shouldn't be riding, and all kinds of just trash that we delete. We don't allow that kind of crap. If you have something constructive to say, that's fine. As a police motorcycle officer and instructor, I've never ridden with a Kraus EZ Shift. Can you find neutral? Yes. Okay. Is it difficult at times? Yes. I had to find a lot of my police bike because I wanted to be ready to go, running radar stationary so I could start my bike and slam it in first and go. It can be a bear, especially the twin cams. It doesn't mean I can't find it. It's just sometimes I'm going to skip it and hit second, and you all know. And then especially when the bike's running, when things are turning in the plates, it can be, you got to finesse it, right?
Yeah, you've seen the other riders at stop signs, fighting, trying to find that neutral. Yeah.
Yep. So you're trying to finesse it with, put your toe a little farther under. You're trying to get just that little right click there. So that's fine. We're not telling people that you have to do this. If you enjoy that and that's good with you, then just carry on. Some people really feel like you have to buy this, and that's not what we're saying. And I can certainly, any of those people that comment, I'd love to get out and ride with you and show you how to actually ride. Because, a guy's a tough guy. I've been riding, and you don't know how to ride if you can't find neutral. No, I didn't say you can't find it. I said it can be rather difficult. And the M8s, 24s and newers are better, admittedly. Harley new, and they kind of ramp things up there. Now, with that said, this is not a pick on Harley. Okay. I have a 2-stroke TE 300 Husqvarna out there. Those are really hard. You actually have to, a lot of times we just turn the motor off to find neutral, because when things are turning, it's hard. Same with my Kawasaki KLX, KLR 650, it's KLX. So I've ridden the Indians. It can be a little bit finicky too. It's just neutral, excuse me, can be a little bit finicky on motorcycles when they're running. So what this product does, and actually Oscar was having a heck of a time on his twin cam. The twin cams were hard. My 23 police bike was just a pain in the ass. And product, yeah.
You said twin cam, but the M8, the old version, the old fairing version of the M8s.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. That's what I meant. Yes, thank you for the correction.
What's he have? A 21?
But the twin cams were a pain. I had an 18 police bike. The twin cams was
twin
too.
Twin cams are as well. Yeah, and looking at the two listings for both the twin cam and the M8, they're saying the same thing about the 20% easier shift, and it makes it smoother across all gears, and makes it easier to find neutral. There's a couple of things that'll add I really hadn't thought of. But first of all, this is, like I said, if I read their listing, I might be able to be a little more eloquent. So here's what they say.
What's in our listing too? And it's in my article.
Oh, it isn't? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So the small but effective component makes a big difference in your riding experience. Offsetting the shift location makes a ratio to create just a little bit longer throw on your toe lever. This smooths out the gear change, resulting in an easy shift. So it's a fancier way of what I said earlier. But here's something I hadn't thought of. It's a must-have if you ride in cities or traffic. Your left hand and clutch will thank you. Holding that clutch lever in continues to drag the clutch, creating heat in the primary and motor. Your bike will run cooler, and your clutch and fluid will last longer if you pop it into neutral. Add a light and release the clutch. And consider that.
I do that a lot. Not so much because I have the beloved Mueller Power Clutch 2.0 with 45% less pull, PSR levers. It's like butter. But I went to Orlando, Palm Bay, Florida to test ride and review the 2026 Harley Police Road Glide. That video's out on the YouTube channel if you want to see it. And I got on that. I rented Harley rented me a bike from Eagle Rider Rental. And Orlando traffic's horrible. And I got out there and you're backed up sometimes 2-3 light cycles. And I reminded me how shitty and how just hand fatiguing the stock clutches. And I literally did that because there's no way I could sit 2 light cycles with my hand trying to hold that cable clutch. And I was like, where's my Mueller? My God. Cause I can just suck it in and it just holds and there's no hand fatigue, but I had to get it in neutral
right
each time. And that reminded me, I didn't have my EZ Shift on there, Kraus EZ Shift. And it reminded me how kind of cumbersome that can be, finicky. So I'm going to back up to what I was saying a minute ago. So it's not that I can't shift or anybody can't shift into neutral, people. This is a product that just makes it super easy. There's no thinking about shifting in neutral. It's going to go every time. You're not going to pass neutral into second. You're not going to have to go back down. In my video, I start the video that way, and Lurch will link to it in the show notes.
Yep.
It's also, if you just go to Kraus, Kraus, easy, E and then Z, don't spell out easy, just E, letter E and Z. you'll find them. Scroll to the bottom of any of our listings, and I guarantee with the Kraus, the video's right there for you. Not only show you how to install them, but show you what it does and why, and give you the visuals to this podcast. And I basically start the video out. I pop it into first gear with the bike running, and I count 1, 2, 3. When I say 3 is when I go to find neutral, and you'll see when I hit 3, it's like a 100th of a second, or I don't know, 1,000th of a second. And I don't have to try. You don't see me finesse it. It just pops into frickin' neutral. So a product like this, why wouldn't I want that? I do go in neutral a lot. And for whatever reason, when I park, I'm always in neutral usually. And unless it's a hill or something, that way I jump on my bike, I fire it up. I don't like firing up in first because, when the plates are cold, it grabs and it'll still lunge on you a little bit. Uh-huh. So I always start in neutral, especially when the bike's cold. So there's lots of reasons to be in neutral. And I'm telling you, you won't understand until you try it. You'll go, oh, I still can't believe that a little piece of aluminum can make such a big difference. And here's how I will put it in words that make sense for bikers other than the other general lingo. Basically, that rear shift arm, it basically makes it taller. Mm-hmm. And if you rationalize that, it would be the same as taking that same shift arm and then take like a little, 1 foot bar and duct tape it around that shift arm and then shift. It's going to be a fuckload easier because it's leverage. That's all it is.
Right.
It's leverage and angle. And like Lurch said, it makes it completely from front shift arm to rear shift arm. It's going to make it, not all bikes are like that, but the M8s are for sure. It slopes down. Like Lurch said, it levels it out. So anytime you add extra girth and height to the shift arm, it's
increase your leverage.
You're going to increase your leverage. It's just now that I think about it, and I thought about it.
That's a very good way to put that. Yeah, absolutely.
So you're getting, and the reason they're different is your M8s, the rear shift arm is curved forward.
Yeah.
And so the twin cams, it was straight. And so you'll see the two different versions in the store, but they both do the same thing. And I will tell you that a lot of guys got hung up on the neutral thing on the video, but I may have said it quickly. I said it. It just maybe you guys didn't key on it. I said it also just makes shifting through all the range of gears smoother. It feels more premium.
Yeah.
It's less effort. And then one guy said, well, I heard when you shifted in neutral, it still clunks like crazy. It's not changing your transmission, moron. Right. Yeah. I didn't say that to him. I explained eloquently to him that this isn't changing the internal components. When gears clunk together, they're going to clunk together. This just makes it easier getting there.
When you're coming out of neutral, first,
right?
Yeah,
it's
sure.
still going
to do that.
It's not changing your transmission. It's giving you more leverage on your shift. But it's weird to me how it makes it go into neutral so easy. And even shifting the bike through the gears, it just feels premium. And a lot of people, why doesn't Harley just do that? It works. And a lot of bikes, like I said, are like that. They're not all going to put if they did all the components that we all want, these bikes would be $60,000, $70,000. Okay. It's just no manufacturer is going to do that. I've said it before. BMW guys, you're listening. You do the same thing. Goldwing guys, you do the same thing. Adventure guys, I bought a brand new Ford pickup, put mods on it. It's just, this is what we do, people. The manufacturers are making good products that they're going to get out, but they have to keep them in price, some sort of price range. They do their market research. So Harley is no different than any other bike I own. I've modded the fuck. I bought a new 2025 Sur Ultra B electric dirt bike and immediately dumped a couple grand into that in parts to make it completely enduro. So this is not new, but I love it when people say Harleys shouldn't have to buy a $30,000 motorcycle and put parts into it. Well, I bought a $70,000 truck and put parts into it. So tell me, what gives? It just, it doesn't, that doesn't fly with me. Goldwingers do it, BMW guys. So this is a neat little part, and I wish I knew about it sooner. I really would have liked this on my 23 police bike.
Yeah.
God, that thing was just a bitch. And then other guys say, if you're not shifting into neutral, you need to adjust your clutch. Trust me, people just don't know us. If they knew who they were talking to, they're like, oh, they've done like 14 videos on that. They clearly know what they're doing. Yes, that is a true statement. You want to always make sure your internal clutch adjustment is correct. That has nothing to do with the Kraus EZ Shift. And then you want to make sure that your, clutch cable is properly adjusted. And we have videos on that, guys. We're actually going to do another video on clutch adjustment, but coming soon. But nonetheless, this has nothing to do with nothing. I just want to tell you guys, in case those questions are popping into your heads, this just simply is an external component that, if your clutch is adjusted properly, will make everything easier. Is that said enough?
No, that's said very well.
It's just, I go through a lot of the comments, so it helps me answer questions that might be coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. And in addition to the EZ Shift, we added several different linkages to the store, because our beloved Kuryakin comes and goes, right? Manufacturing, they only make so many of them. We buy as many as we can until there's none left in the distributor, and we sell them when they're gone. It's generally several months before we can get some more. So one of those that we added is the Kraus Apex SS3 Harley-Davidson bagger shift rod. And it fits other bikes, not just baggers, but it is the main one for baggers, and then a few other bikes. That thing is also very good looking shift linkage. So you can compare that, or, if you still have your stock linkage, get rid of that thing. We've got other options, but, the Kraus linkage and the Kraus EZ Shift together, what a great setup. Something you should really consider.
And I'll explain a little further. Lurch didn't explain why you would want to change your shift linkage. This product is like a 20 to 30 minute install. It's literally, I'm not going to explain it all, but it goes right over your arm. You're not actually replacing your other arm. It's just going over it, making it taller, a little bit more forward. It's one bolt, and then a little set screw. I show you in the video. Again, go to Kraus, Kraus EZ, E and Z. Scroll to the bottom. The video's there. I'll show you how to install it. It'll literally grab a beer. You'll be done before you know it. But part of that process is you're going to have to remove the linkage, your shift linkage. That's that rod that runs from the front arm, shifter arm, to the rear arm.
So you're 50% there to replace it. So might as well take the front off and get rid of that stock one.
Right. Exactly. So you're going to have to take the rear off. So the reason we want to replace that shift linkage, because there's a lot of new listeners, is because those will fail. So they've failed for many, many years. They're no different on the new models. It is one thing that Harley just has not changed. And yes, we have personally experienced on long distance trips, people's shift linkage breaking.
I've seen at least a couple times.
At least a couple. Yeah. We've had to make emergency repairs and zip ties and all kinds of stuff. And also, if you go over to my videos, I've done 2 videos on it. Lurch will link to them in the show notes, 2 shift linkage videos. And if you go to those videos, you'll literally read hundreds and hundreds of comments from bikers out there that I don't know that have had their linkage break, and they tell all kinds of stories. The reason it breaks is it's pot metal. It's a pressed ball and socket, and it's eventually going to weaken, and it's going to crack, and it's going to break when you least want it to. Our linkages, all the linkages that we have to offer, in which Lurch will link to our collection of shift linkages in the show notes. So just go to the show notes, lawabidingbiker.com/whatever episode number this is, or in your podcast player, it'll be there. But all our linkages that we are willing to offer you are a quality Heim joint. And you'll just have to look up what Heim joint is, but it's not a pressed ball and socket, and it has the ability to move around in there, and it's not going to get stressed and cracked like the pressed cheap pot metal ball and socket. And all the linkages we carry are better quality. The cheapest one we carry is a Drag Specialties brand. It's not terrible, but if I were you, I would try to spring for one of the, the Kraus or we've got, Thrash and Supply, a couple of really nice linkages in there. The Kuryakin, they're all higher quality. The bottom of the grade, what we offer it, because it is the cheapest option, is the Drag Specialties, but we definitely recommend the others over that. But certainly if you're on a really fixed budget, then it's still a Heim joint, and it's still gonna be much higher quality than your stock linkage. So it's one of the first things we change on all Harleys. It doesn't matter if it's a touring or it's a Softail or whatever. It is not a matter of when. And then other guys have ridden, said, I rode 100,000. You got lucky. I get it. Sometimes there's anomalies, and I can't explain, but I'm not risking it. knowing what I know. And if you simply read the comments on that video, you'd quickly go, yeah, that's not worth. Are you a gambling person? Do you want to break down? Do you want to be stranded? Not me. And so all our guys now, we fix them before that happens because we do not want to be delayed on trips. So yeah, like Lurch says, you're halfway there. It's going to take you one more minute. And if you're in there, just get the better shift and get the new arm and you are squared away. What else you got on that, Lurch?
I think that's it. That's
okay.
Yeah, great product. Definitely solves a problem. That's what we really enjoy finding is products that solve a problem or make riding a little bit better, make the experience more premium. And this is definitely one that does that.
Yep. And we do appreciate you guys. Of course, we're just bikers helping as many bikers as we can here worldwide. We certainly appreciate you shopping in the Law Abiding Biker store instead of elsewhere through the big corporate stores that don't care about you and they don't even ride. We do. We're bikers at heart. We test, review, source, and in order to do free podcasts like this, just to name one, and free YouTube videos, we have to have income. It costs a lot of money and employees to do all this. So thank you for considering purchasing the Kraus. We have them in stock right now on our shelves. We will continue to keep those in stock. And remember, big savings to be had in the Law Abiding Biker store, free shipping over $100, and also no tax if you don't live in Washington State. And so take advantage of those savings. We can get it out just as fast as Amazon, just as fast as in the corporate stores. Everybody has the same access to USPS and FedEx and shipping and UPS. We can get it out the door and get it to you lickety split. So no issues there.
Hey, Bikeaholics, searching for new and exciting motorcycle products? Zero 3D has the products you dream about for your bike. Check out their wide variety of innovative products for the Harley-Davidson, Honda, Goldwing motorcycles. Zero 3D's got your back with chrome and black parts, lighting, and other comfort products. No modifying, cutting, grinding, or welding for an easy installation. That equals less time installing and more time riding. Zero 3D has a design team of riders with over 40 years of experience with a passion for design and innovation. Zero and Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. They pride themselves on great customer service. Got a question? Get in touch with them via email at sales@zero3d.com or give them a call at 715-808-0027. Check at your local Harley or Honda dealership and ask for Zero or Gold Strike parts.
I like it gold.
A new leader has emerged, so check out Zero 3D's custom line of Gold Strike products for the all-new Honda Goldwings. Better yet, help support us and head on over to Law Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of Zero 3D products. And there's some new ones that are in there, and they're in stock. And if you have the new 25.5 and newer bikes, you should check them out. 23.5 newer.
Yeah. Yep. You said 25.5.
Oh, 23.5 and newer.
Yes.
Thank you.
The goatee lights, guys, for the Batwing and for the Shark Nose. Those are in stock now. I just checked yesterday.
Yeah, everything's in stock as of the time of this recording except for the black license plate frames. I mean, sorry, the black goatees.
Goatees, for the Shark Nose only.
Yeah.
They're available. The black goatees for the Batwing are
and there's
available.
a good chance that by the time this podcast comes out, they will be available.
Supposed to be available mid-December. Yeah. So, adding all the new Zero stuff. So again, we appreciate you considering supporting us. All right. Do you want to
videos forthcoming on those products?
Yes, true. Actually the goatee is done. I just need to release that. So they'll be coming out soon, guys. So stay tuned to the YouTube channel while you're over there, please. It's free. If you're consuming and appreciating our videos, hit the subscribe button. Doesn't change anything for you, but it changes everything for us and the Google and search and social proof and all that. So please hit that subscribe button when you're over on our YouTube channel. Thank you in advance. All right, Lurch, do you want to introduce the second product that you found, learned about, and here we are with it right in the store. And literally these things are fucking insane off the shelf. Yeah, these things are walking. I swear to God, the last batch you had, he sent with legs.
There's 3 more boxes of them showing up tomorrow. We're getting them in as fast as we can.
Oh, I just saw the Oscar go in the door code in the store, so he's there shipping. I guarantee he's shipping these right now.
I was just texting with him. I said, we got more coming in tomorrow.
Okay.
So this product's called StealthPort. And it's another one of those products that just solves an issue.
A long time annoyance. Yes. I'm going to call it a long time annoyance.
Yeah. Okay, so if you've got a battery tender pigtail on your bike, it's
which you should.
You should. I mean, either you added or I can't remember when they start putting them on automatically. The funny story. on my 2015 Road Glide. It was tucked up inside the near the fuse box and all that behind the side cover, and I didn't even know there's one in there. And so I put one on my battery,
Yeah.
Ended up having two for the longest time. And it wasn't until I had an issue with the one on the battery, the wire broke on it, that I realized I had one.
It was 14 and newer Rushmore bikes when they started putting them.
Okay, that makes sense. So definitely if you got a 14.
But not everybody knew because they kept them hidden like that.
And the dealer didn't
Then
even
we
know.
started finding out. We're like, oh, they put one on here behind her.
I had no damn clue. The dealer didn't even know at the time. So anywho, if you got a 14 and newer, you'd definitely have one. If you got an older bike, more than likely you've added what they call an SAE plug. And it's so that you can adapt plug-in battery tenders to it.
Which you should have, guys. And you should be tendering your bikes if you're not riding them. It's just going to increase. I tender mine. I may not ride it I've got multiple bikes, so I may not be riding one for a week, and I tender them all. Just makes those batteries last longer because they are expensive.
Yeah, they have maintainers in them, so they maintain your battery and keep it from, if it goes dead, there's a good chance you may not be able to bring that battery back to life. So yeah, definitely. And they're not terribly expensive, the tenders.
We've got multiple options. Yeah, in the store, Law Abiding Biker store, we got multiple options. We've done videos on them.
Yeah. So once you find that thing, most of us poke it out somewhere and it dangles.
That's what she said.
We poke it out and let it dangle. And there's different ways to run it, but the problem with it is
one for me.
You've got this, wire, which is coated in plastic, and it's hanging down, and it's not uncommon for them to melt, get up against something hot and melt. Plus, you got to use two hands to plug it in. You got to grab one side and grab the other. So
the seal cap comes off. Mm-hmm. They get weathered. They get corroded. We melted them on our police bikes because they were dangling by the exhaust. You'll look at them and they're all corroded, and they're not meant to handle that weather.
And this is another one of those products that I had a couple people that have come by the store and just asked, "Hey, you guys sell StealthPort?" No, I've heard about them, but I don't. Oh, well, they're really awesome. And so just coincidentally, Al Mirto, who's owns StealthPort, reached out to us through Facebook, and I saw it through Messenger, and he wanted to collaborate, and we kind of talked about how that would go. And I said, but first, why don't you just...
I forgot he reached out to us. Yeah. Lurch handles a lot of the stuff, so I don't know all the time.
I was like, hey, Al, why don't you just send me one?
That's the first start with everything. Yeah. Send it, because we got to look at it first before this goes any further. Yeah,
those of you know that we evaluate stuff before we bring it in the store. But for first-time listeners, there's very few products that we do not have personal experience with. Are there some? Absolutely, but the majority, by far, especially if it's taking on a new product like this, we don't do it without evaluating it first. And so I said, Al, why don't you send me one? Well, he sent 3, some different options for the baggers. And what a great little product. He makes the mounts, and then he's got the wires that go into it. So what the StealthPort is, and if I remember correctly, the original one is for for baggers that have saddlebags, and it mounts to your fender strut, and it's nice and discreet. And that's where the Stealth comes from. So you got this port that you can plug your tender in that's mounted to your bike in a discreet location. It's not going to dangle. It's not going to poke out, and you don't have the risk of it melting or being damaged. Plus, it's got a really nice weather cap on it to keep all the
really nice. Yeah.
So he sent those. We tested them. It's made in the USA. It's a great product. It mounts. Now you got a hard mount, so you don't have this dangling cord. You can plug it in with one hand. And where that comes in handy, on my bike, I have the top mount, which is between the saddlebag and the fender. On your bike, and your preferred mount is what they call the mid-frame mount. And it mounts to the rear of the tank on the mid-frame, the down tube.
It mounts right
your
where
battery
your
area.
rear of your tank goes and your seat comes together.
Yeah, right
on the left side, right by the inside of your knee.
And what's nice about that one is with a Gerbing SAE to barrel adapter, you can plug your heated gear in there. And even if you had just a regular barrel connector poking out there, it's difficult to do when you're going down the road. I know you have, and I know I have, and I'm sure riders out there that are listening have jumped on their bikes and taken off and forgot to plug their heated gear in. It can be challenging, to say the least, when you're going down the road because you have to take your hands off the bars and plug that thing in. Now, if you have a StealthPort mid-frame mounted there with your barrel to SAE connector, you can reach down and plug that sucker in with one hand.
Yep, easily. And what Lurch is talking about, just to expand a little bit, because we do have new riders. We sell Gerben heated gear. I've tested a lot of gear over the years as a police motor officer daily, and there is cheap shit all over Amazon and eBay, and there's different off-brand names. We sell Gerben because it's the best. I will tell you that hands down. Best quality. It's going to last you the longest, safest. And so most of that heated gear, as Gerben does, comes with that little round barrel plug. And it's an easy conversion. There's a lot of cheap knockoff stuff on Amazon on that too. And you're dealing with your electrical system. So I would not. The Gerben one we sell is thick, and you'll know when you get it in your hand, like, oh, I trust this. And it basically just, you plug your barrel. It's about 9 inches, 12 inches long. That's what she said. And that converts it right to that SAE plug. And so anytime I forget, I can reach down, and with that mounted to my frame, the StealthPort, I can literally just plug right into that without using two hands. And that is why I chose the mid-frame mount. We have 3 options for you, which we're going to go over in a little more detail. He kind of generally mentioned one.
I'll get to him.
But we will talk about that. Now, I do want to say you got some Indian guys out there right now. Well, fucking Indian comes with that stock. I'm not making fun of you. I get it. Yes, it does. I'll tell you this. Indian sent me, and we have it right now. We're looking at it. One of the mini bikes in the shop. It's a beautiful sight. We have a Roadmaster, 25 Roadmaster, and they're giving it to us long-term here for a review. It's a really shitty spot where they put it. And I'll tell you why. They put it, although they did it, and I'm appreciative of that, they made it rather useless for heated gear. It's up to the right on the inside of the batwing fairing. And if you know the Indians, that sits way the fuck out there. So if I wanted to utilize that for my heated gear, I'm going to have a cord dangling all the way down my frame, my tank, all the way back to my gear. So although I'm appreciative, and you're right, Indian did do that, I wish they would have put it in like on the frame to my left leg or somewhere where it can also be used for heated gear rather than just where they put it. It's for tender. They never thought through heated gear. I'm trying to remember. We had the Pursuit.
It was up on the dash.
It was better spot.
Also on the right side, but it wasn't so you could reach it.
Right. It was still gonna have a cord across your tank.
It was much closer, but yes, you would have to run across the top of your tank.
So yes, you're right. Indian does do that, and thank you. That's great. I wish Harley would.
Absolutely,
obviously.
I wish they would.
But this is a really affordable product to take care of that, and we certainly don't want the price of bikes going up. So. This is a really easy mod. So I just wanted to mention that because obviously I know the Indian guys are going to be like, we already have that.
Yeah.
You do. And I love Indians. I love them, guys. I test them. Indian knows I love them because they give them to me to review long-term. So, but that would be it'll be in my Indian video, my one complaint. Good job putting it, but let's move it. So anyways, do you want to talk about the mounting process?
I will.
How long it takes and what they need?
Yeah. Absolutely. But before I do that, I want to say that it was fun talking with Al. He's a fabricator. He's got another business, CNC machines, all that kind of stuff, And I said, so why did you come up with this product? And he's got one of those brains where he looked at it and go, that sucks. I can do something. And so he makes these mounts to mount the StealthPort and solves a problem for a lot of us. So I just appreciate
that's an entrepreneur,
guys.
True entrepreneur.
That look at that and go, you know what? I can make something for that. And solve a problem, and the price is great. So the installation's pretty easy. They are currently just for Harley-Davidsons, and we carry 3 options for the baggers, and we'll get into Softail here in a second, but 3 options. We have the top one. You hear me talking about the top mount. That one mounts between your saddlebag and your rear fender strut. That one's very discreet.
Stealthy.
It's stealthy, one might say. The downside of that is it'd be a little harder to reach if you forgot to plug your heated gear and you need a little bit longer of a cord. Could it be done? Absolutely. Then,
especially if you did it before you got on your bike. Yeah. But if you get down riding down the road, that's a little dangerous, honestly.
It's going to be difficult. The mid frame is the one that Ryan has. And originally that one did not fit the new bikes, the 23.5 newer with the new fairing design. because they changed up the way that side cover is on those new bikes. We mentioned that to Al, and he, over the weekend, came up with a new design so that it'll work on the older fairing design and the newer fairing design. And all these mount with just one bolt. Either they use a stock pre-threaded location on the bike, or with the top mount, there's a hole that's there that the hardware comes with that you go through and mount it. But the truth is, we were looking at it. There's a lot of different mounting locations. If you want to get your own hardware, any hole on the,
it's just a bolt. Just get a different bolt and a nut, longer bolt, nut, anywhere you want to pick a hole.
So there's two versions of the mid-frame. There's the one that fits your bike that does not have air deflectors. And then there's a version that'll fit bikes with air deflectors like Oscar's. And if you watch our videos, you'll see that we mount all three of these. But if you have air deflectors, obviously it's going to be in the way for the standard mid-frame mount. So you got those three different options. Then we also have a couple options for soft tails. We've got one that mounts on
it's the older soft tails, right? And the newer. There are two different locations.
Yes. There's one
based on year. Yeah.
Yeah. There's one that mounts on the coil for the 2000 through 2017. And then on the 18 and newer, they've got one that mounts on the tank bolt. It comes with a new tank bolt, and it'll be right there at the rear of the tank.
Yep. Super, super slick. We got more to talk about. Let's do this.
Ride longer and treat your ass with some respect already. Get hooked up with a premium butt buffer seat cushion. This company of bikers developed a super thin hospital-grade seat cushion made of solid and elastic materials. And it's unlike gel pads that'll leak if punctured. The butt buffer is designed not to slide around your seat, fits all motorcycles, installs in seconds, easily cleans, and helps dampen those damn vibrations. With plenty of miles to choose from, they assure you'll have a comfortable ass when riding. Head on over to the Law Biking Biker Store and check out our lineup of butt buffer seat cushions.
About a 15-minute install on these guys.
Yeah.
It's like one bolt and a nut. And the nice thing is it's plug and play, so you're not going to have to remove your old battery tender. It's got a little pigtail off the hard mount portion, and with the little rubber weather cap, and you just plug in to your other SAE connector. Boom, bada bing, bada bang.
Zip tie it, tuck it away.
Tuck it away behind your left side cover under your seat, and you now have a hard mounted battery charging and accessory port, dependent on where you want to put it. Now, something else I want to talk about here real quick.
Okay.
Is a new free video we put out, guys. This is also something while you're over there you'll want to check out. And it's upgrade your motorcycle helmet with a quick release stainless steel helmet chin ratchet strap. These also, we've sold thousands, I think. I don't know, millions. At this point, we lost track. But basically, go watch that video. It blew up, guys. That one blew the fuck up. I mean, crazy on YouTube. Go over to Law Biking Biker Store, just type in chin strap or quick release helmet chin strap, whatever you want. It's a super affordable product that solves a long time problem. My Shoei Neotech 3 premium helmet comes with a ratcheting stainless steel chin strap, and instead of the old antiquated D-ring system. A lot of companies are still using the antiquated D-ring system, and no, it's not any safer. The Shoei would not be using the ratcheting strap if it was not safe. Shoei's a top shelf helmet. We sell the same one. Again, don't get ripped off on Amazon and eBay. They're plastic. They're junk. This is your head. We are getting the one that's exactly like the one on the Shoei. It's actually metal to metal contact and stainless steel. It just makes, and you don't have to cut your old D-ring system on. It works around it. And so if you want to sell the helmet and save that later or whatever, you're worried about it, then that product sells itself. Once you get rid of the D-ring, I'm always waiting. I'm waiting for people at the gas station. I'm like, you guys, good God, it's 2025. Get a fucking ratcheting chin strap. You can do it with your gloves. You're back on your bike, fussing with those D-rings. Anyways, full video, and we show you how to install it. Those are just, again, super. I still can't believe how affordable those are. And then we did a video on Polaris sells Indian motorcycle, what's really going on behind the scenes. So that's an interesting video. We did a podcast on it too, but if you want to go see that video, go check it out. There's a lot going on there with Polaris separating from that, and we give you exactly what is happening in the investment group that's involved with that and what that could mean for Indian and the motorcycle market as a whole as we go into the future. So, all right. What else, Lurchy?
It's a good question. I don't think I have anything else.
Yeah.
I think we pretty well explained it.
We've got a lot of those StealthPorts. Like I said, we've been selling so fast. We are not lacking on stock. We're getting better at staying ahead of this game on that. But again, free shipping over $100 and no tax if you live outside Washington State. And those are super small. It comes in an easy small package. And it's just one of those things. I get it. Is it completely? It's like the Kraus EZ Shift we talked about. Did I live without it for years? Yeah. But like all things in life, we like to make things better. And my Harley's, one of my Harleys is my baby. And like I said, I tender it all the time. And I've loved that hard mountain, just being able to go up and I know right where it is. And it's nice and clean. And the weather port's been over it. And I plug it in. And I used it the other day. I actually tested my heated gear in it. And
everything worked well.
Just works freaking amazing. And what I'm talking about, that barrel plug to SA, I think I did mention, but that obviously we have that available. We've got them in stock. Yeah.
In fact, there's a hyperlink, a quick link right there in the listing for all the different stealth ports. I'm gonna just tell you, many years ago, this was a long time ago. I think in fact this was when I first got my 14 Harley-Davidson Street Glide, and I made a poor decision, Lurch. Did you?
Now I had motorcycles before that, before 14. That was my first Harley, but I'm not going to lie to you. Back in the day, especially my Y Glide, I wasn't as financially stable. We had kids and we were a growing family and it just is what it is. And I was one of those guys, that decided I would, my heated gear, I cheaped out. So, the heated gear itself wasn't bad. We carry first gear too. We did use first gear for a lot of years, and it's second to Gerbing. It's good.
I still have my set, and it's good. It's not. I would say definitely Gerbing's higher quality.
You could just feel it when you get in your hands, and they last. The first gears, a lot of the heated gears after 4 or 5 years, especially when you use it. A lot of guys, I've had my gears for 8 years. That's because you use it once a year. Okay, yeah, I get it. I was using mine daily.
Yeah,
I tested shit, guys. But what I did is I needed a longer barrel plug extension.
Yeah.
And I did. Admittedly, I went to Amazon.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
And I got a cheap ass fucking thing. And I went out for a ride thinking, oh, it's just an extension. And I used to ride back and forth to work every day, in 32 degrees with no fairing on my Y Glide. And I think it was for my Y Glide, actually. That's what it was.
It was.
I needed the extension. And it didn't work. It's a cheap ass fucking Amazon thing. And I'm plugging into my electrical system and my heated gear. It didn't even power. I don't know if it was because it was so thin, it was underpowered. Probably, and it wouldn't carry the current. I don't. That's what I learned. But even back then, dude, I found the Gerbing one and it worked. And it was more expensive, but you guys, you get what you pay for. And so there's my little trip down memory lane on how I've learned. I too was looking for a deal. So, and I got burned, not literally by the deal.
You could.
I got froze by the deal because I couldn't have heated gear for my trip to work and back in 32 degree weather. So, anyways, yeah, fun little story there. So, yeah, with that said, guys, again, the Kraus EZ Shift and the StealthPort, and the easiest way we tell guys, sometimes guys, email us. It's fine. We answer emails. We're here to help you, but you may not get an email response for 48 hours. Just because there's so many, and we are a bootstrap company of bikers. We don't have like overseas customer service reps answering your questions in a different language. Okay.
Just you, me, and Oscar.
It's us. And, so with that said, a lot of guys don't realize, when you go to a store, especially ours, there's search bars on mobile. You just scroll to the bottom. There's a huge search bar on mobile. On a laptop or desktop, you go to the upper right at the top. There's a huge search bar with a magnifying glass. You don't have to go through the whole menu system searching for items. That's how you browse stores. That's how you browse your drinking, which we encourage you to drink when you're shopping in our store. Lots. Take away your inhibitions. We like that. We're the only online store that promotes you to drink while you're shopping. Anyways, what I'm saying is there's no reason to browse through the menus. You already know what you want, and you want to watch the video or you want to see it. You just type in Kraus, Kraus, E, and then Z. or you type in StealthPort, all one word. You're going to come up with all the StealthPort listings. When you type Kraus, you're going to come up with Kraus. I know a lot of you are like, well, duh, you'd be surprised. And it's fine. We're not dogging people at all. We are here to help. We just feel bad because it can take 48 hours when you could have just searched it and found the listing, and then you would have been able to already ordered it, and we'd already have it packaged and out the door because we ship fast. We usually we have stuff out the door with usually next day, sometimes the following. But you're getting your products fast from us. And so we just feel bad. And so we always try to educate, say, hey, just remember, if you already know what you want and you're not just browsing, just type in the name in the search bar and bam. You're same with shift linkage. You could literally type shift linkage in the search bar. You're going to get our whole collection of all shift linkages, including karaoke, including thrash, and including Kraus, all that. So take advantage of it. The store is amazing for searchability, and lawabidingbiker.com/store, guys. And thanks for staying tuned. We have fun talking about stuff, especially, and I do want to say Lurch, now he's, although I'm thanking him for sourcing both those products, time to quit dilly-dallying and find a couple more. Mm-hmm. So no, I'm just teasing him. But yeah, we're always out there, and sometimes we learn about stuff from the community. Mm-hmm. We may not carry it, we may not trust it, or we might get it, but please, if there's something you're like, oh, these guys, this needs to be out to the biker community. Again, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of companies and products. We literally cannot know it all. So email us. Let us know. lawabidingbiker.com/contact. Say, hey, I got this StealthPort. It solves a long time problem. I think you guys would really like it. We'll look into it. We love learning. And this is a community, and we learn from the community. So don't hesitate to do that. Now, we love our patron members. We want you to become a patron member. We want to get to know you better. We want to get you all the benefits that you can get. But for whatever reason, you want to just support us through a flat donation, we never balk. We want to thank the following people for their flat donations.
We'd like to thank Joseph Ellis of Ira Township, Michigan, Chuck Spencer of 29 Palms, California, and Richard Gunderman of Cudahy, Wisconsin.
Thank you. Thank you, seriously. That helps pull a little fuel in the Law Abiding Biker gas tank.
So we can keep this thing running on down the road.
lawabidingbiker.com/donate. That's lawabidingbiker.com/donate is how you leave a flat donation. There's also on the regular lawabidingbiker.com website, there's a big donate button. And we certainly appreciate that. Also, a lot of the donations that we thank are actually tips in the store. So yes, I know that's hard for me to comprehend even to this day, is that people will go to our store. Obviously, we answer a lot of questions. We guide people to the product they need if they have questions. And in a thanks that we actually do that, unlike the big corporate stores that we're just bikers helping bikers. They're like, I'm not only going to order it. These guys really helped me. I'm going to leave a flat donation on top of my order. That's a tip. That is humbling. And so thank you if some of those donations were through the tip in the store.
A lot of them were. So
unbelievable. I don't know what to say to that. It helps us understand what we're doing is important and that it's appreciated. And it continues us to drive, sitting at home. A lot of people don't know I'll sit at home 10 o'clock at night. I'm answering emails to the store, sitting at my, upstairs recliner. We're a bootstrap company of bikers, and we can't just work an 8 to 5. It's not the way it works. But with those kind of stuff and that kind of stuff going on, it certainly drives us to realize that it is appreciated, and we're going to continue our mission to help educate, entertain, and inspire as many bikers as we can worldwide. Oh yeah. Get out there and ride, bitches.